A production of the South Carolina Educational Television Network.
Funding for this program was provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities.
Mr. Courtney?
Mr. Barksdale, I presume.
Yes. Where can he put my things? Be careful with that bag there.
Put him in the wagon.
Spencer tells me you manage the hunt club for him here on the island.
Well, I live in it for him. There's not much managing to it. It's not exactly a hotel, you know.
Look here, I hope I'm not interfering with any of your plans. Spencer told me there'd be no difficulty.
We don't make many plans here on Ediwander, Mr. Barksdale. Whatever Spencer said is fine.
You, know him pretty well, I suppose.
Well, he's my second cousin, but who isn't around here? Oh, would you like to walk to the club or ride?
How far is it?
About a mile, maybe, no further.
Let's walk, then. One thing I am not is delicate, Mr. Courtney.
Fine. You go on up to the big house, Jacob. We'll peruse along behind you.
Yes, sir. Walk.
I imagine Spencer told you why I've come here.
He wrote me you'd like to study the Gullah language.
Actually, I've already studied it. All I need now is to test my theory a bit on some really primitive speakers.
Well, let me tell you something. 60 years ago, the people on this island were Gullah slaves. Now they're Gullah paddlers for Spencer's Hunt Club. I reckon that leaves them pretty much unspoiled from your point of view, doesn't it?
All I care about is how they talk. In fact, I'm rather intrigued by the way you talk.
No?
Yes, something you said to your driver back there. We'll peruse along behind you?
No, that's Gullah, all right. I guess I'm a little primitive myself. The local African influence, you know.
It's not Gullah, that's pure 17th century English peruse. To walk or saunter in the woods. Nothing African about it.
You don't say. Marvelous, isn't it?
Exactly what I'm looking for. I should have all my data within a month. Come in. My colleague's idea of a joke. Rather amusing, don't you think?
Very.
Only tested my apparatus at all events to make sure it still works.
For what?
This is more than just an amusing toy, Mr. Courtney. This is also a recording device. You see, you change the cylinder and you speak into the horn. For recording some of your neighbors, of course. That's how I'm going to prove my theory.
Miss Courtney?
Excuse me. What is it, Azalee?
Supper ready, Mr. Courtney.
We'll be right down. Are you ready to eat, Barksdale?
I take it we don't dress.
Oh, shoes and socks are mandatory. Tell me, what exactly are you hoping to prove with these recordings of yours?
Well, if you really want to know, I don't believe your so-called Gullah language actually exists. It's a dialect. 17th century English mispronounced by primitive illiterates.
Did it ever occur to you that those primitive illiterates created a great Congo culture long before our ancestors robbed and murdered their first Indian?
Rubbish. There's no African heritage among these people. What they remember is slavery.
Then why bother to study them if they're so contemptible?
One reason, my friend, rarity. Your Gullah dialect is dying out, and nobody anywhere has made the kind of recordings I intend to make here on Ediwander.
You're planning to bootleg them, then. How about a short one before we eat?
Oh, just a little, thanks. I really think you're missing the point. Nobody said anything about contempt. In fact, do you see these old dispensary bottles over here?
What about them?
They stopped making these in 1907. They're very valuable, some of them. So I and a lot of other people collect them. Not because they're beautiful or skillfully made, but because they are rare.
And that gives you pleasure.
Of course it does. That's what satisfaction is. Owning what nobody else can have. Well, shall we take the decanter with us? If you're ready to eat, that is.
That's an interesting theory, Barksdale. But it can't account for the pleasure I take in a good whiskey. Or a beautiful sunset.
Oh, that's right. Spencer told me you were something of an artist.
I dabble.
Oh, no. He said that you were very serious, though not very commercial. I think that's how he put it.
I'm sure he did.
Well, then, you collect things too, don't you? People's faces, for example. Now, that is your work, the picture over there, isn't it?
The woodcut? Yes, as a matter of fact, it is.
Yes, I thought so. Now, you borrowed that face from somewhere, didn't you?
He was a friend of mine, a shrimper named Dr. Eagle, the best root doctor on the island.
Still, you took those primitive features and you put them in your collection.
I didn't take anything. There's a big difference, you know, between collecting and sharing. Azalee, this is Mr. Barksdale.
How you do, sir?
He's going to be staying with us for a while, and he'd like to talk to you sometime about Gullah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And this is Thomas, who helps Azalee out in the kitchen. This is Mr. Barksdale, Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Did you notice the match in Azalee's hair?
Why should I have?
I was just wondering if you'd run across the word plati in your research.
What? How do you spell that? P-L-A-T?
You don't spell it, Barksdale. You see it. Sometimes like two flat shining eyes in the night.
Some stray animal, no doubt.
And sometimes it's sort of an apparition.
Oh, the booger man.
The shape of whatever is most likely to lure you into the middle of nowhere and leave you there to die.
It's very interesting. But surely your root doctor can ward it off for a fee. Does Dr. Eagle make house calls by any chance?
Dr. Eagle died about 3 years ago. But you better believe he carried a sulfur match with him at night. Just like Asley, to keep away the plati.
Well, no, I don't understand. Wouldn't a cross or prayer book work just as well?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Plati comes from somewhere else. It isn't just debased Christianity. And it isn't just a local invention either.
Tell me, Courtney, do you believe in plati?
Of course not.
Oh, just a little, thanks. I must say, I am intrigued about this plati. I'd like to talk about it with some of the islanders.
And they won't discuss it.
We'll see. All I want's some everyday conversation at first, anyhow. They will talk for you, won't they?
Perhaps they will. But I don't want to treat them like specimens.
Specimens? You forget. I'm collecting relics, not specimens.
How you doing this morning, Mom Beck?
Right poorly, Miss Courtney. Got a chill in the bones.
I brought you some eggs, Mom Beck. Your chickens don't look like they're laying so well.
I means to switch 'em right good, Miss Courtney, soon as I get round to it.
Don't be too hard on them, Mom Beck. Now, this is Mr. Barksdale from up north. He wants to talk to you a little bit and take down what you say in that box of his.
What you gonna put in that box, the words we say?
Well, it's like writing it down on paper, Mom Beck. Only that machine will do it all by itself.
To God, if that is something else, catch my waist in the box.
That's right. Only we have to get a little closer to the box.
Huh?
Now, what I wanted to ask you, Mom Beck, was about the sayings you teach the children here in the village. You know, like the one about the deer and the turtle that Thomas likes to tell me when he's late to work.
Lord, Miss Courtney, I don't rightly know what that is.
Deer have long foot.
Yeah,
Him run fast.
that's right.
Cuda have short foot.
Uh-huh.
Him travel slow.
Yeah. Only sometimes it better travel slow, lest you get lost. Know what the Bible says, Miss Courtney? It ain't matter the road, long as it carry to the right place.
Move her closer to the horn, Courtney, or get her to talk a little louder.
Did you say your friend from Miss Courtney? You using mouth for funny.
He's from up north, Mom Beck. From New York City.
Come all that way just to catch my voice?
He wants to study Gullah. That's why I brought him here to talk to you.
Oh, if you play with puppy, you lick your face.
Ask her about plati.
I don't think I can, Barksdale.
Well, I can. Mom Beck,
Yes, sir.
I'm particularly interested in something you might not want to talk about. And if you don't, well, that's fine. Just say so.
What that? Lay down your mommy heart. Pick up your daddy.
Yeah, I would like to ask you about plati.
But what?
Plati? Mr. Courtney tells me it's a kind of spirit that frightens people at night.
Sweet Jesus, Miss Courtney, will you tell this New York man? I never heard of that.
What was that?
She said she never heard of plati. I'd drop the subject if I were you.
Mom Beck, you never even heard the word plati?
A hockey medal, Miss Courtney. But I ain't get it.
It's okay, Mom Beck. Don't worry about it. We didn't mean to wear you out with all this talking.
I'm sorry. You ain't long mouth we putting on.
I know. No cause on rabbly mouth. And what know it you I talk? He fed for so.
Yes, sir. Me take 'em and thank you for the eggs.
Thank you very much, Mombeck. It was very nice talking to you.
Yes, sir.
I used up my cylinder anyhow. Fearful old soul, isn't she? What's all that debris in the cemetery over there?
As a matter of fact, that's another African tradition. They put things associated with the dead person on his grave. You know, it's a... Hey, what are you doing? Come out of there, Barksdale. That's no place for us to meddle. Barksdale.
Do you know what this is? This is a first issue Half-Pint Flask from the South Carolina dispensary. When I saw those bottles back on the mantelpiece at the club, I thought I just might find one here on this island. But to stumble across it like this.
Put it back, Barksdale. There are certain things we just don't do.
Do you realize this is going to give me the only complete set in existence?
You still have to put it back.
Not the remotest possibility.
I've been looking for this bottle for 10 years. I will gladly pay whomever you say as much as they ask.
Well, robbing somebody's grave.
Oh, come now, Courtney. This bottle is of no earthly value to anyone whatsoever here in this graveyard. And no foolish superstition is going to keep me from taking it.
Just get out of here, then.
Why on earth would I want to stay?
Azalee? Azalee? Azalee!
What is the matter?
Azalee's gone.
Gone where? What do you mean?
I mean we don't have a cook. I've got to straighten things out in the village if I can. You can get yourself some breakfast, can't you?
Of course.
Good. You know where Asley is, Mom Beck? Or Jacob? Thomas! Thomas! Are you planning to come to work today?
I've got the toothache, boss. I can't get over for tomorrow.
You know where Asley is?
No, sir.
How about Jacob?
No, sir.
Well, where's everybody else?
They're all getting a cotton in down by the creek, I reckon.
Oh, they are? Well, I'll have to send to the mainland for somebody else. You tell Asley and Jacob that, you hear?
Yes, sir.
What's the matter with your appetite, Courtney? A crab is superb.
Oh, I'm a little out of sorts, Barksdale. But I'm glad to see you're enjoying it so much. Rosa knows her Charleston cooking.
Oh, she is a real find, I'll tell you that. You know, I sent her to talk to Mom Beck for me.
Not about Platt High.
No, about me. I wonder what kind of impression I had made. Do you know what Mom Beck said?
What?
Oh, he the high crotch man with he teeth broadcast all over he mouth. Isn't that priceless?
Rosa told you she said that?
After I had paid her to tell me. But it was worth it.
Somehow that doesn't sound so scientific, Barksdale.
Well, now, I really can't have you accusing me of any more theft, can I? Besides, I think we understand each other now, Rosa and I.
You do?
Yes, I think so. Ah, Rosa. I was wondering, by the way, what do you call this sauce?
Yes, sir. It's called Le Gris sauce.
It's very delicious.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Legree.
It's spelled Legare. It's a low country name.
Oh, I know, I know. I, too, walking through the waste and wintry hours of the past, have in the furrows made by griefs the seeds of future harvests cast.
I beg your pardon?
That's Legree, Charleston poet.
I confess you astonish me, Barksdale. That's not the sort of thing I'd expect you to know.
Oh, really? Why ever not? I suppose...
Just a minute. Rosa!
What's the matter?
Rosa.
Rosa?
You know what's happening as well as I do, Barksdale. If you won't put it back, I will. Courtney!
I thought I'd better put it someplace safe.
Where is it?
Courtney, you're acting irrational.
You refuse to give it back, then?
I refuse to act like a superstitious cook. And frankly, handling the servants is not my problem. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to get back to work on my notes before I need Dr. Eagle as much as you apparently do.
You're a fool, Barksdale.
Quite possibly. Good night.
was just about to get up and work anyway. This insomnia is getting on my nerves.
Leave this island, Barksdale. If you won't put the bottle back, take it with you. Just get out of here.
Still working for Dr. Eagle. How, Courtney?
It's the flask, and you know it. Damn you!
This is fever. I should have had Spencer give me some serum before I came here.
For God's sake, man. What are you trying to prove?
That there is no such thing as Gullah. I haven't changed my mind.
Barksdale, I can feel it too. I know what's keeping you awake. I can feel it now.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
God help us both, then.
Barksdale! Hey, Courtney! You're a hell of a fella, Courtney. You think I got nothing to do except nurse you in Barksdale in this godforsaken jungle? God almighty, man. Are you as hungover as you look?
How'd you get here?
On a ferry boat. Put my car on a barge and towed it over. Let me get a look at you.
I'm all right.
The hell you are.
It's Barksdale who's in trouble.
I know. He wrote me he needed some serum. Where is he?
Gone. He wandered off last night. Headed toward the swamp.
What are you talking about? Why would Barksdale go wandering off by himself into the swamp?
Get him to tell you that.
I should have told you more about him, Courtney. I should have warned you.
About what?
Well, you know, about the burr underneath his blanket. I should have told you what made him so damnably cold and supercilious.
What do you mean?
It's hard to imagine, but he was hopelessly in love about 10 years ago. Grinning like a fool every time this woman looked in his direction. Oh, he would have died for her, all right. He would have done anything for her. But he couldn't do the one thing she wanted.
What was that?
Play. Just didn't know how. Well, he knew how to be sarcastic and even clever. But he just couldn't figure out how to let himself go. So he just grinned that ghastly grin of his.
What happened?
Oh, she dropped him. One day, she was finally bored with it all, so she cut him off. Just like that, in front of everybody at a house party in the country. I mean, it was brutal.
Where is she now?
Who, Celia? Somewhere in Europe, I think. Married, a couple of children. But I'll tell you what. He'd drop everything and go in a second if she called him right now. She was that beautiful.
I know. Long auburn hair. And that odd way of standing, holding her elbow in her hand. Looking at you from under that cascade of hair.
How do you know that?
I saw her last night.
You what?
As plainly as I can see you right now. She came for Barksdale.
Well, that's impossible. I know she's in Europe.
She wore a sort of jasmine perfume. Heavy, almost musky.
He must have described her to you.
No, he didn't. I saw her. But I didn't know who she was until you told me.
What's going on here, Courtney?
Listen, Spencer. We both grew up around here. We know the Gullah legends, and we know about Platte High.
We know about possums on the beach.
Barksdale took a flask from one of their graves. Wouldn't put it back. And all of a sudden, the village was empty. Fires and singing at night. And finally, Platte High. To lure Barksdale away.
Look here, even if I believed all that mumbo-jumbo, it still wouldn't explain how you could see a figment in Barksdale's mind.
I can't explain it myself.
It's just not possible.
But that's what happened.
Still alive? Barely. We gotta get him to Charleston.
Put him on the running board.
You know I need to work.
You're going to a hospital, Barksdale. Don't argue with me.
Spencer, you got my letter.
I got it. You should have written sooner.
We were having trouble with the servants.
Courtney told me.
I've been so feverish.
You're feverish now. We got to hurry.
Come on, Barksdale. Wait. Where's Courtney? Courtney, what about my things?
I'll send them on to Charleston.
Oh, please be quick about it. I have some very important research in there. I need it right away.
You really ought to come with us, Courtney. You're not at all well yourself.
I'll be all right.
I doubt it. Here's some quinine just in case. You ready, Barksdale? Don't you want to ride? I can drop you near the club.
I don't want to slow you up. By the way, Barksdale, did you leave everything in your room?
Funding for this program was provided by the National Endowment for the Humanities.
Africans brought the religion of their homelands to America. Spiritual traditions are a common thread which link many cultures. This church service in eastern North Carolina may seem far removed from this rare footage of a Congo funeral procession photographed in 1926 by an American missionary. However, as we shall see, they share some common ground.
And the black people, though they left Africa a long time ago, you can still see, rediscovered that they have not forgotten their roots. And in their cooking, dancing, marriage life, family life, and so forth, they are still Africans.
And he went into all the regions about the Jordan.
Reverend Gershon Fiowu is a Presbyterian minister in Red Springs, North Carolina. Born in Togo, a small country in Western Africa, he studied at Edinburgh before moving to the United States.
There are certain things good in the African way of life, and there are certain things good in the Christian way of life. I put them together. You see, the African might say that he is a Christian. Yeah, I grant him that. But in time of crisis, he will go to what? The ancestral gods. And I suspect that even the black American, some of them in time of crisis, they have to turn to the ancestral gods, and I don't have anything against it. And I'm not putting it down. It is not only in Jerusalem that you can worship.
The cultural and religious homeland for many people in North Carolina and the southeastern United States is the central region of Africa we know today as Gabon, Congo-Brazzaville, Cabinda, Zaire, and Angola. More North American slaves came from here than from any other single area of the West African coast. Much of this region surrounding the Congo River was inhabited by the Bakongo people. Their influence was widespread, and the long-lived Congo culture should be regarded as one of the great classical civilizations of the world. Even today, as this Haitian painting shows, Congo influence can be found throughout the Caribbean and much of the United States. In North Carolina, researcher Lil Finn uncovered some remarkable evidence of this legacy in the decorations on graves in many rural cemeteries.
Well, I was a graduate student at Yale doing work in African and Afro-American art history. A professor of mine told me that you can find some Congo influence in black cemeteries in the South. You know, I thought I'd be lucky if I found one grave that showed some Congo decorative influence. And I took a drive to North Carolina over spring break in, I guess it was 1983, and was just amazed at what I found. I found really tremendous Congo influence in black cemeteries throughout North Carolina, and since then I've found it in black cemeteries elsewhere in the South.
Some of Finn's research revolved around a study of the Congo explanation of the universe. For the Bakongo, the entire cosmos can be summarized by a diamond figure representing the daily movement of the sun through the sky. Diamonds appear repeatedly in Congo artistic masterpieces. The right-hand corner of this diamond represents the sun rising over the eastern horizon, a movement corresponding to birth, the time of a person's entry into the world. The top corner of the diamond is noon. In the sun cycle, noon is the time when the sun is strongest. In the life cycle, it is the time when a person is strongest, during the vigorous years of early adulthood. At the western or left-hand corner of this diamond, the sun sets, its light fading slowly, much as life itself ebbs from a dying person. But it is the bottom corner of the diamond that is of interest to us. This is the world of the dead, a mirror-like image that is the inversion of the world of the living. The Bakongo believe the dead continue to influence events in the world of the living. By placing special objects on graves, the Bakongo communicate with the deceased. In demonstrating their love and respect for the ancestors, the living hope to receive love and respect in return. One of the most common themes in Congo grave decoration is that of inversion. Because the world of the dead is upside down in relation to that of the living, grave decorations are often upended so that the objects will be correctly oriented for the spirit of the ancestor.
This grave in Bladen County, North Carolina, is really a classic example of that. It's hard to make out from this wider shot, but when you look closer, you can see that there's a coffee cup that's been very deliberately turned upside down and placed in the center of this woman's grave. Right next to the grave with the upside-down coffee cup is another grave that's also decorated very simply and elegantly and with a plastic candy dish turned upside down. In the same county, in another church cemetery, there's a woman's grave with a beautiful green bowl inverted on top of it. In Orange County, there's a grave with the two jars, just regular glass jars, turned upside down on top of a stone.
To ensure that the spirit of the ancestor has no need to wander, the Bakongo often cover graves with favorite or frequently used household objects.
Most of the objects that we've been looking at on these graves are household objects, the common objects that you or I would find around our house. In another cemetery in Bladen County, there's a striking grave that's been marked with, of all things, a pressure cooker. If you look closely, you can see the handle of a pressure cooker near the flowers. Elsewhere in North Carolina, in Robeson County, once again, you need to look closely, but you can make out an aluminum coffee pot that's been placed on her grave. There's a whole different category of objects that are really associated primarily with men's graves. In Moore County, for instance, there's a grave marked by the axle of an automobile. When I first came to North Carolina to do research, the very first grave that I found that really began to convince me that perhaps there was more to this than I had originally thought was a grave in Cumberland County at the Swans Creek Missionary Baptist Church, a grave of a man named William Rudolph Coachman, which, as you can see, was marked with a really very beautiful sculpture that entailed the wheel of a car with a hubcap, a very shiny hubcap that shines in the sun, with two wrenches welded to it.
That was his work. He was a mechanic out to motor pool at Fort Bragg. He and another fellow, Sergeant Barnes, was running a service station there on Murchison Road, and Sergeant Barnes made this and put on his grave.
Sometimes the familiar diamond figure is shown as a mountain and its reflection on the water. The line which separates these two worlds is called the Kalunga line. As in other cultures, water divides the living from the dead. The Bakongo believe that living people can catch glimpses of the spirit world in the sparkling reflections of the sun on water and other shiny objects.
Among the most common objects found are broken glass and tin foil, things that glisten, that gleam in the sun. In Robeson County, there's a beautiful shiny round vase holding some flowers. Also, you can find flower pots that have been covered with regular kitchen aluminum foil that shines in the sun. In Harnett County, somebody has taken a jar, broken the bottom off of it in a very symbolic act that frees the spirit of the jar to travel with the spirit of the deceased, and placed this jar on top of a stick, in a fashion very similar to this Congo grave in this much, much earlier photograph. Other shiny objects are marbles, which appear in a great number of headstones in North Carolina. Obviously, marbles capture the gleam of the sun, capture the glisten of the sun, and they're usually embedded in cement headstones.
The Bakongo believe that action between the spirit and living worlds is a normal and healthy occurrence. Nowhere is this sense of dynamism more clearly symbolized than in the pipe decoration. The Bakongo used hollow reeds stuck in the ground to provide symbolic conduits between the worlds of the living and the dead.
Just as hollow reeds provide a conduit on Congo graves, so pipes are used to provide a conduit or a means of communication with the dead on black graves, Congo-influenced graves in North Carolina. This is very apparent on this grave in Moore County, and a similar grave in Bladen County is decorated with a smaller plastic water pipe. And watery themes appear over and over again in Congo-influenced graves. It's kind of hard to make out from a distance shot, but when you look closer, you can find graves with a great number of conch shells placed on them. And conch shells obviously come from the sea, so they embody a watery connection to the spirit world. Furthermore, shells are white, and the Bakongo believe that the color of the world of the dead is white. It's a chalky hue. And it's much more common to find seashells marking graves and decorating graves in those areas of North Carolina that are near the coast. As you move further inland, I think you find a transition from seashells to white rocks. And I think the meaning is probably the same, but it's simply a matter of finding the seashells, and the seashells are harder to find as you move inland. Pitchers hold water. Sometimes they're used to hold the water that waters the flowers on graves. But I think you find far too many pitchers on graves, or I've found far too many pitchers on graves for it to be simply a matter of watering the flowers. And one of the reasons that I believe the pitchers have this heavier symbolic meaning is simply the fact that in fact, most of the pitchers that I've encountered in black cemeteries are broken. They're broken to free the spirit of the pitcher so that it can travel with and sustain the spirit of the deceased.
Marble, rock, tile, pipe, pitcher, shell, they seem, to some, odd memorials, yet they represent a tradition often forgotten or misunderstood, one which has survived centuries of oppression and distortion.
I've been very struck to visit a few white cemeteries that also contain some of these decorative traditions. It's taught me how Afro-American we have all become.